A terrifying armed robbery at a Jimmy John's that has now gone viral. This is from Wednesday night in Kansas City. You can see the robber hold a gun to the store clerk's head, insisting he hand over cash. The clerk gives up all that money in the drawer. Police took the suspect into custody this morning. It is stories like these that make you think about just how vulnerable you really are. Tonight, a reformed armed robber and carjacker spills his secrets, hoping to protect you from people like him. We're putting you on alert by going inside the mind of a mugger.
Not having a dad, living in poverty situations.
Andre Norman calls himself the kid who fell through the cracks.
Started stealing elevated to drug dealing, which elevated to robbery, which elevated to just 24 hours just being stupid.
It landed the former gang leader 14 years and stayed in federal prison, convicted of armed robbery, armed home invasion, armed carjacking, and twice for attempted murder of other prisoners. It's criminal records like that have created an industry of personal safety devices like hand alarms, stun guns disguised as a camera, and even wearable technology. But Norman says none of those protect you from the two biggest problems that make you a target.
Arrogance and not paying attention.
The pervert victims have one thing in common.
Criminals are looking for people that they can attack by surprise.
Age, sex, or where you are matter less than your attitude.
The "it can't happen to me" syndrome almost ensures that it can happen to you.
He says criminals will typically avoid someone who walks confidently with their head up.
Criminals don't want to be identified. It's not a good policy for them.
Norman says the biggest deterrent for a criminal is thinking he might get caught. He suggests using your phone to your advantage when you're walking alone.
Even if you're not on the phone, have your earpiece in, act as if you're talking on the phone, but you're walking. So when I look at you as a criminal, if you're on your phone, that means that somebody else knows that you're being robbed right now. That somebody else knows you're being victimized.
Safety experts suggest leaving a restaurant or store at the same time other people are leaving. That way, you're not alone as you head out to your car. Park next to small cars. This gives the area around your vehicle more visibility, making you less of a target. And use the resources in front of you.
Security's not there for after you get mugged. You can actually go to security and say, hey, my car's in the end of the lot. I don't feel comfortable. Can you walk me to my car?
If a criminal does approach, Norman advises you to drop your keys, purse, or other valuables in front of you. Take a step back and then run.
Then you just take off running, and most likely they're not going to chase you because the thing they want is in front of them.
Norman got his GED in prison and went on to become a Harvard Law School fellow. Yes, he says instead of spending millions to lock him up, what needs to be done is guidance, to have guidance counselors. Now he urges people to participate in volunteering and mentoring programs because he believes it really can change a life. Well, this weekend,